Hello everyone. A nail biter, a thrill. Almost New Zealand won the game from nowhere, but it was KL Rahul, Harshit Rana, the unsung hero, we can say, with the bat. He did a very good knock as well, smashed a 6 and a 4. It was much needed. It was quite a perfect game. Everyone says ODI cricket is dying, ODI cricket is not at its best level. Even Ravichandran Ashwin said that ODI cricket will struggle in the future, but it doesn't because see, New Zealand had a lot of missing players like Tom Latham wasn't there, Rachin Ravindra wasn't there, Matt Henry, Mitchell Santner, Jacob Duffy, Ish Sodi. Wow, they almost won the game, but it was again Virat Kohli's masterclass. 97 runs, if I'm not wrong. He just missed out on a century, but winning is important. And yes, it was a complete performance from the bowling unit as well. Six bowlers India played. So we'll discuss the game. So first of all, we will go with AyanChatterjee. So Ayan, a very good one day game, no matter who won, just like the first ODI match of India versus South Africa and the second one as well. Same game, similar one, 300 plus score, 301 was the target. India had a good start. Rohit fall in the power play overs, but it was a comprehensive partnership between Shubman and Virat. And it's a good sign that Shubman is also getting into the ODI captaincy and batting zone as well.
Yes, it was a very good game of cricket. The pitch also hats off to the curator. They did not make a total flat pitch. It was a pitch that suited everyone. It was a bit too paced, but it was also a decent pitch. If you apply yourselves, you would get runs, and that's what happened with both the teams. I think if you look at it from New Zealand's point of view, I think their batting is quite strong. Even though they have a depleted side, the batting is quite strong. Devon Conway, Henry Nichols, Will Young, Daryl Mitchell, Ken Phillips. The top five is quite experienced if you look at it. So Devon Conway and Henry Nichols, they laid the platform. And then Daryl Mitchell is, I call him Mr. Dependable for New Zealand. Even if you notice what he did against England and West Indies at home, the home series, he was terrific. And he carried that form against India. And there was finish from the others as well, like Christian Clark did well. And then all the others chipped in and they got to 300, which was, I felt, a par score. Maybe not a winning score, but definitely that could trouble. India got off to a decent start as well. If you look at it, Rohit was the one who was the aggressor of the two, whereas Shubman took his time. And then Rohit got out, and then the Gill Kohli partnership was the clincher, over 100 runs. It, as they say, Prince and the King batting together. And the King was really the one taking pressure of the Prince because Gill was totally out of sorts, and Kohli came in and really was the aggressor once again. And then Gill got out, and it's after Virat Kohli. Till Virat Kohli was there with Shubman Gill, and then Virat Kohli with Shreyas Iyer also. Things were absolutely smooth for the Indians. As soon as Kohli got out, there was a mini collapse, and then suddenly the game became interesting. And that is a bit of a worry for the Indians that even today, after so many years of serving, India still depends on Virat Kohli to get them over the line. And if Virat Kohli fails or gets out even after scoring a significant knock, India may struggle, and they did. Thankfully, they had KL Rahul, the cool, calm, collected finisher, and of course Harshit Rana. And let me talk about the fielding of both the teams. It was substandard. India dropped catches in the first innings, as you know, Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar and company, and then in the second innings we saw New Zealand dropping catches. Daryl Mitchell making a crucial mistake at long on when he dropped Harshit Rana, and Harshit went out to add 15-20 runs after that. So catches were dropped today. There was a lot of misfielding by both teams, which is quite surprising. Having said all that, India deserved the win in the end. KL Rahul held his nerve. Washington Sundar came out and he was battling a back injury or something. That's why he could only bowl 5 overs in there with the ball and then went off the field. Came in at number 8, couldn't run properly, was just hobbling along. I don't see Washington Sundar playing any part in the subsequent ODIs that is coming up. That is ODI 2 and ODI 3. More on that later. But having said everything, I think India deserved the win. Concerns remain is that you're still dependent on Virat Kohli and to a degree Rohit Sharma to get the performance going. Yes, Shreyas Iyer also got runs, but why didn't he finish the game? That's my question. Shreyas Iyer, 49, he scored, he played well. But it again came back to KL Rahul. He finished the game. It's important you recognize who finishes the game. And KL Rahul did that. And that's why I'll hold him in good stead. India won up, and I think New Zealand will, as I said in the preview video also, they'll do well to win one match in this ODI series. Even if it is 2-1 for India, it is a win-win for New Zealand, I feel. As far as the series is concerned, India should win it. They'll manage somehow to win one of the remaining 2 games in Rajkot, and I think it is an indoor. So both are flat pitches. Vadodara was a sporting pitch, but I expect Rajkot to be very flat and indoor also. So due will be a factor. So we'll see how it goes. But all in all, good day for the Indians and for Virat Kohli fans.
Yes, good day for Indian cricket team. Like winning streak is continued of the ODIs. No, not South Africa won the second ODI in that 2-1 series ramp. But if you look at New Zealand, like they had a very good start. Huh? 20 overs, they didn't lose a single wicket and 100 plus run partnership. I felt like they were 20 to 30 runs short because that gives extra cushion, right? Like because there were some overs, Shreyas Iyer scored 14 runs in one over, two fours, 1 6, and the other players as well. They dominated. So you needed extra runs. Given the surface was flat, it was a sluggish wicket, a kind of slow two pace one, but the drop catch of Daryl Mitchell hurt a lot for New Zealand. If he could have taken that catch, and Washington Sundar could have just taken singles or boundaries rarely. Ifs and buts came catches. Even Kuldeep Yadav dropped. Henry Nichols smashed a half century. But the question still remains, like, where is the depth for India in the ODI format? Shreyas Iyer, he had a golden chance to be the match winner, the finisher, and make a name for ODI setup, but he was bowled by Kyle Jamieson by in swinging delivery. The what is the cross seam which he used, Kyle Jamieson, he took 4 wickets. Even there's only one fast bowler in New Zealand, Kyle Jamieson, but still he did all the hard work. Look, that's what New Zealand is all about. मतलब वो कहते हैं ना, जो कुछ भी है हम उसमें निभा लेंगे. We don't weep at all. That's New Zealand mentality, and they should be proud of it, but they would also rue the fact that they missed out. So Anup, sir, we'll get back to you now. It was quite a nervy game. Like no one expected a perfect Sunday game because at the moment, like Sri Lanka, Pakistan also ended up. We will talk about that in the next video. But India has promising starts, but you need to convert it because Shubman could have scored to smash a century. Even Shreyas Iyer could have smashed a century. KL Rahul should have batted earlier than Jadeja. Like these decisions are still hurting India somewhat.
Yeah. So to that right about the them today, both the teams they played to their fullest of potential. New Zealand, though being a second string side, played a very good game. They were fight to a potential winner, which everyone has already predicted that India was the potential winner. But saying so, first things first, when New Zealand started batting, they were definitely 15 to 20 runs short. Only no doubt they were strong side. At today's game, I would say it was the game of experienced players. All the experienced players today came to the party. Means for New Zealand, if we say Henry Nichols, he is coming to the ODI setup after a long time. But mind you, he has played 82 ODIs before that. So he is quite much experienced batter in the squad. And so does Devon Conway. Was regular with Chennai in the IPL, so he knows the Indian conditions in and out, and he is the regular. So they gave in them a promising start. Only the problem in their start, I feel, was the run rate because in order they knew that much of there were no much players out after them, so they took the time they took for building a partnership, opening partnership was so much that New Zealand just couldn't accelerate at the end. And that's where they fell short by 15 to 20 runs because both of them, no doubt, they scored a solid 50. Henry Nichols made 62, he made 56. But then after a cluster of wickets in the middle overs, and then I didn't understand. Williams is your dedicated opener. Why send him at number three and open with Gray Nichols? That decision also I failed to understand. But still, Glenn Phillips failed, and then Dud in the end, Dud cameo by debutant Tristan Clark. He stole 23 to make New Zealand go to 300. Coming to India batting, yes. Shubman Gill was coming after a long injury layoff. एंड बैटिंग अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड इसलिए हम बोलते हैं ना कुछ प्लेयर्स तो कुछ टीम्स के खिलाफ खेलने तो अच्छा लगता है इट्स लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल वीवीएस लक्ष्मण इन हिज डेज ग्लोरी डेज यूज टू लाइक टू प्ले अगेंस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलिया या और वीरेंद्र सहवाग यूज टू लाइक टू स्कोर अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान मतलब कुछ प्लेयर्स की अपने फेवरेट टीम होती है तो सीम्स लाइक शुभमन गिल फेवरेट टीम इन न्यूजीलैंड because if we go by the stats also Shubman Gill's highest score in ODI is a double hundred against New Zealanders. His highest score in T20s, which he doesn't play at the moment, is Adena century versus the New Zealanders. So he just loves to bat against New Zealander. Today he took his time, but Aden scored a brisk half century. Rohit Sharma, he started on a great note, 650 sixes for Rohit Sharma in ODI cricket. A record then in the name of Rohit. He gave a start, stunning start, and then the master, the run machine, as everyone calls him, Virat Kohli, fifth score over 50 and third half century in last 5 matches. So he is continuing his golden touch. Like yesterday in the preview, we have mentioned that once Virat gets into the form, his form is not like the purple patch. His form is elongated to a longer run. So great innings by him. He set the tone for the chase master, and had a 130 odd run partnership with Shubman Gill, and then he added another 60 odd with Shreyas Iyer. Iyer looked solid. Number four, yes, there must be debate like Ruturaj scored a century against South Africa and suddenly he was dropped. But at number four, already always belonged to Shreyas Iyer, and Shreyas Iyer came back and first match after injury scoring a brisk 49. Yes. Now credit should be given to Kyle Jamieson. He also came after injury and in the first match bowled immaculate line and length so that he was able to take four Indian wickets. But at the end it came but up to down to the experience, and as we know 92 ODI matches, KL Rahul has ample amount of experience and tool shoulder on his head. Like he can see the team through. Means even though Washington Sundar was limping on one leg when 18 runs was required in 18 balls, and they were struggling. He was struggling to hit boundaries and taking only singles. Even still, then everyone had believed that there will be a point where KL Rahul will lose, and it exactly happened. Two boundaries and a six, 29 of some odd balls, and Rahul ended the match for India. Special credit to Harshit Rana, who, as Gautam Gambhir's prodigy, he is believed to be a batter having an all-round ability, having a century at the local domestic level. Harshit Rana is much more like a handy batter, and today he proved it. Yes, his catch was dropped by Daryl Mitchell, as Ayan mentioned, but New Zealand fielding, I don't think it was below par. New Zealand fielders did have their chances. They were all round the ground, diving around, stopping the ball, especially their Superman, Glenn Phillips. What a effort he did to stop a ball. It was almost a left-handed blinder catch of Shubman Gill early in the match. It just didn't stuck in his hand, but he stopped that ball. So New Zealand fielding was far more superior than India today. But at the end, 300 runs on this pitch was anyhow 300 runs in 300 balls in a ODI match. It was obviously gonna not that so much tough for Indian to chase. So in the end, India prevailed in the chase. Saying so, New Zealand, they even though they had a lack of experience in their side, they bowled beautifully. They kept India onto their toes. Everyone had their tensions, and that's what we call in a thriller of a match. Like till the last moment, we don't know which team is winning, and end of last, as it is a game of cricket, one team has to come out victorious, and India won with today. India do have their question, as you answered right. As you questioned right, like then Rahul be batting above the order at number five. But as mentioned earlier, only Rahul only before in the last series at South Africa only before the it is the set place for Rahul that Rahul will no matter what come at number six. Yes, today Jadeja failed at number five, but now some questions are to be asked, but that will be resolved as automatically. Because in the bowling also we saw that Prasidh Krishna was too expensive today. Though he took wickets at crucial juncture, but he was expensive, that expensive. But that two questions will be solved when Jasprit Bumrah will return back to the ODI side, and Hardik Pandya will return back to the ODI side. So Hardik Pandya returning to the ODI side will automatically resolve the question of number five position for India. So KL Rahul at number six keeps a safer bet for India, because if India find themselves in tough situations, you require the experienced player to bail India out, and KL Rahul has that kind of cool head and experience to bail India out of trouble also, and he has proven it many a times. So that's the reason KL Rahul bats at number six. Yes, Ruturaj and everyone, they will get their due chances. But at the moment, Shreyash Iyer at number 4 is a proper batter to be at because he plays spin very well. Just today, see, Aditya Ashok had, though he he was a experienced bowler, he was taken to cleaners by Shreyash Iyer in 1 over, which changed the momentum in India's favor. So Shreyash Iyer is known to play spin attack well. So that's my take on the a good match. New Zealand showed that why they are called the fighters in white ball cricket, and they fought it accordingly. So we are expecting a thriller of a series, same series, thriller of a series going ahead in the remaining 2 matches. That's my take.
Yeah, the silent assassins who don't give up no matter what happens. Kyle Jamieson single-handedly took 4 wickets out of 6. It really shows that even if it is a one-man army in the bowling department, they will find a way. एंड यस
Yeah.
विल नाउ टॉक विद आयुष शेखर। तो आयुष शेखर, क्या लगता है आपको? थोड़ा सा हार्ट ब्रेक दे दिया था, मतलब जैसे श्रेयस अय्यर आउट हो गया था, सबको डर लग गया कि ये निकल गई मैच, क्योंकि केएल राहुल ने खेले मैच विनिंग पारियां, लेकिन ही इज नॉट दैट मच रिलायबल इन द लोअर मिडिल ऑर्डर। इट वाज क्वाइट अ शॉकिंग दैट जडेजा केम अप अगेन। देयर आर कंसर्न्स लाइक स्पेशली फॉर इंडिया, बिकॉज सी न्यूजीलैंड ने तो पहले हाथ ऊपर उठा लिया कि हमें इतना इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देना है, हमें बेंच स्ट्रेंथ टेस्ट करनी है। लेकिन हमारी तो पूरी साइड खेल रही है यहाँ पर। ऐसा नहीं कि विराट रोहित को आराम दिया कि चलो कोई दूसरा आ जाए या साई सुदर्शन को खिला दे, सैमसन को खिला दे। इट्स अ फुल फ्लेज स्क्वाड। दिस स्क्वाड इज सिमिलर गोइंग टू बी द नेक्स्ट 12 to 18 months.
या अगर हम देखें तो आज का मैच थोड़ा सा लगा थोड़ा कि हाँ, एक तरफ के इंडिया हार जाएगा, जैसे ही विराट कोहली गया, फिर श्रेयस अय्यर का विकेट गया, फिर हैट्रिक पे भी था जेमिसन। लेकिन एंड ऑफ द डे मैच में थोड़ी फाइट थी, इस वजह से इंडिया जीत गया। 300 रन में भी थोड़ी फाइट दिया इंग्लैंड न्यूजीलैंड ने। तो देखा जाए तो हाँ, और अभी स्टैट्स भी देख रहा था कि पिछले कई समय से न्यूजीलैंड हर जगह जीत रहा था, हर ऑपोजिशन के सामने जीता। लेकिन अगर उसको किसी ने टफ टाइम दिया है पिछले, तो 2 बार आपको देखा जाए तो हाँ, दुबई में दिया चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में, और एक आज दिया आज वाले मैच में। तो न्यूजीलैंड अब तक वो 3 मैच हारा, वो भी इंडिया से, बाकी हर जगह जीता है। चाहे वो ट्राई ट्राई सीरीज उठा के देख लें, चाहे चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी के मैचेस देख लें, चाहे उसके बाद जो पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ हुआ था उसमें भी न्यूजीलैंड ने डोमिनेट किया, फिर इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ व्हाइट वॉश किया। तो न्यूजीलैंड की टीम कहीं भी खेल ले, एंड ऑफ द डे वो परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा देती है। अगर वो कितना भी बोर्ड पे रन लगा ले, उनके बॉलर्स के पास एटलीस्ट पोटेंशियल है कि वो उतने रन को डिफेंड भी कर सकते हैं। अब ये देखने वाली बात है कि अगले मैच में वो क्या करते, क्या कमबैक करेंगे या थोड़ा सा यही रवैया अपनाएंगे।
Yes, next match is on 14th. Like it's now past midnight, so it's like only one day. The match is at Indore, if I'm not right. Indore or Rajkot, where it is? Ayan? Next one.
It's in
राजकोट
Rajkot.
एंड इंदौर।
Rajkot.
Rajkot. Third is in
Rajkot.
Indore. Yes, so it's like first we are going to Rajkot and then we are going to Indore. It's batting tracks only, batting paradises, similar wickets we can expect. Like it was a good game. Like we need some ODI matches like this to really enlighten the game a bit more from the T20 franchises and all these things. And now we'll get back to Harsha. Harsha. So it was quite like a bowling department again got exposed if you look at, because 20 to 25 overs, if you look at the start, not a single wicket fall. Suppose if wicket had fallen, then this score would have been less, 270, 280. Like the platform was set for someone like Daryl Mitchell to score 80 runs, the rest batters to score 20, 10, whatever it may be. Like opening bowlers need to take wickets in day games as well, like in the bowling first, because Harsha has taken wickets in the evening in the second innings if against South Africa and other teams. So that is also important. Like still a time to left for the ODI World Cup, 18 months or 16 months. But especially India has a concern, because see, India has completely moved on from Shami. They're not taking Shami. They're not taking Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umesh Yadav also. Like it's done and dusted. Now we are going with a young brigade and everything. Given the batting a little bit collapses, bowling is also not that much great. What is it?
So basically, I would start with opening slot like Siraj and Harshit Rana started first spell like first 5 hours Siraj has done and second spell Harshit Rana. But in middle overs you can see that Harshit Rana has done very good. Like he has taken 2 3 wickets in the middle of the spell. But we can see that Prasidh Krishna not bit to the ODI format. Like we can't think that he is the best bowling attack in this trio. Like we can see that in previous that we have Shami, Siraj and Bumrah at 10. But we cannot say that Prasidh Krishna is not a confirmed player. Like Bumrah comes in, Prasidh Krishna goes out absolutely, and that is not fixed slot. But he is the backup player for Bumrah. We can think that. And Ashit Rana is fixed player. Like he has come in the place of Shami, and Shami has been totally out of the box for the selection committee in next coming ODI World Cup. And we can see that Arshdeep or Siraj, these are the next backup. Siraj next backup is Arshdeep. So basically, my talk is that I'll take Arshdeep as first, and next Arshit Rana in middle overs, and Bumrah as the opening. Bumrah and Arshdeep will be the best opening duo for the opening spell in ODI format. In middle overs, Arshit Rana will take with a variations like off cutter and leg cutter. That will be a wicket taking spells in the middle of the over for ODI format. Basically, so coming to the today match, we can say that Harshit Rana has taken 3 wickets, but Prasidh Krishna up to the mark as compared to Harshit Rana. And Harshit Rana, we can say that he also batted very well and he given a short cameo in the batting. We can say that Prasidh Krishna not up to the mark for the bowling, but by looking at the stats, Prasidh Krishna has highest economy in giving runs, but he will take in few wickets like in the middle of the for matches. And coming to Siraj, long, he has taken long rest by after the test match because of the test match he has given so much rest, and after that is coming after long days. So it takes time for the Siraj to come back into the form. So that was my call for the today's match.
Yes, if you look at the stats, no, Harshit Rana, we can say he is the next Shardul Thakur, next Hardik Pandya, next Ritish Kumar Reddy, or whatever you say. He scored 29 runs in 23 balls. Wow. And KL Rahul scored 29
Yeah,
runs. And that also 29 runs of KL Rahul's 1-6, a couple of fours came in the last over, second last over of the game. Like you never know, like
yeah,
Gambhir will say
that
to
made us fun.
Rana to bat at number 4, number 5, or even say to open the batting along with Shubman or Rohit. You never know. This is quite fascinating because,
Yeah,
see, there's only one team which can give headaches to everyone. That's New Zealand. You have to admit the fact. Like, okay, then how
yeah,
even
we
that
have to agree
talent
that.
scout, yeah, even that talent scout has said we don't have a large pool or even a great pool of talented players. जो है उसमें से निभा लो, and they do that. See, their squad is quite similar to ODIs, to Test, to T20 internationals. Glenn Phillips plays in all the three formats, and so does Sachin Ravindra,
Yeah,
Devon Conway. They are very much dependent. So let's see what happens on the 14th. Like T20 World Cup is also coming very close to India, Sri Lanka. These conditions will benefit New Zealand a lot because see they were in the field for 3 to 4 hours while defending the target. They will get acclimatized to the conditions. So it's going to be quite a great 4 to 5 next upcoming months. The world cricket will witness. Anything can happen. It's a brutal game of uncertainty. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Ayan. Anup sir, Anup sir is at Baroda, so you can now shift the base to Rajkot. You can rest a bit at Baroda. And yes, one more important announcement, like not an announcement, our beloved ICC chairman, Mr. Chesha, was seen at Baroda Cricket Ground while Virat and Rohit did felicitation of their own posters, something like that. No offense, but I seriously think that ICC chairman should not be a part of a BCCI function, but it doesn't matter. But वो कहते हैं ना कुछ और ही दिख जाता है, so that should be avoided in my case, but it won't be no matter what happens. But good game, no, nevertheless. ODI cricket is still alive, it's still roaring. ODI World Cups are only important, not T20 World Cups that much. So thank you everyone. So take care, bye. So stay tuned for the Sri Lanka versus Pakistan T20 international video as well. It's in the channel as well. So let's see. Thank you.